Hello, 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 and welcome to the Luz Podcast Show, the show that is rated R for real and not PG for playing games. I am one of your hosts, the Boss Lady.
And I'm the D.O.C.
Continue to join us for our weekly conversations about life, culture, and everything else. As we always say, get to know us, get to love us. Hey, it's the end of the year. We getting there. This episode is sponsored by Cigar Junkies as well as CJS Educational Services. Don't forget to check out your merch. Never too late to order some merch for the end of the year. Before we get into this episode, we always got to pause and ask how you been doing, how everything.
Man, I've been doing great. It's been a great holiday break. I mean, it's been fucking fabulous, let me tell you.
Yes, it has.
It's been fabulous. So the holiday break has been well worth it, let me tell you.
Yes, it has. Yeah. Yes. Honestly, for me, just being able to relax, have some time to just honestly relax. Like sometimes you feel bad about doing nothing, but I've honestly learned to love not doing anything. I had to pause for a second there, but yes, okay. So I'm glad you're cool. Jumping into this 3-course meal.
I'm happy here to celebrate the first year anniversary.
Yeah, so before we go any further, we're gonna stop. We're gonna pause for a second because we just gotta clap it up for a second because this weekend marked our 1-year anniversary of this podcast show. And honestly, we couldn't be happier. I'm just really being real with you, really being honest with you. Our very first episode, it aired December 28th, 2023, and it was literally just a road trip from Mississippi. And we decided to take our idea and just started at that moment. And from there, we a year later, and we still in it. We in our third season. You had to come late with the sound effects. He had to come late with the sound effects. But yes, we are celebrating a year, so just big ups on that. Yeah. Now you can do it. Yes. Again, we are celebrating that. So anything you want to jump on real quick?
No, man, before we get into it, I just want to first and foremost shout out the boss lady. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know this, but this was her vision. She had been talking about this for some time. Even during the pandemic, she came up with this idea. And you see shit, 4 years later, it came to fruition. So I always tell people, never give up on a dream or something that you have. Stay the course, believe in your process. But this was her project, and I'm just a part of it. So I want to give a huge shout out to the boss lady, for executive producing this, for doing a lot of the technical stuff behind it, putting together the scripts. I'm just the on-air talent. I just show up, you know what I'm saying? But she does all the other shit, behind the scenes, the important things. So big shout out to her. She does all the social media stuff. She does all of it. You know what I'm saying? I just show up to record the show. So big shout out to the boss lady. Big shout out to Laquan, the big homie down there in Atlanta. He gave us a lot of game because they had been in the podcast game before. So, when you do this, you talk to a lot of different people. So shout out to them. Shout out to Mega Quan. Shout out to University of Bad Decisions. All the guests that were on the show that made this successful. Shout out to Bobby. Shout out to Jennifer. Lil Rob, Shikanda, Gree, Layla, and Jaleel. So all of our guests that we've had.
We're looking to have more.
And when we had guests, the ratings showed it. I mean, so people love the guests and things like that. But most importantly, I just want to shout out all those people. Most importantly, you, the subscribers, the people that hit the subscribe and like button. Yes. Most importantly, you folks, all the folks that drop stuff, comments. We appreciate you. We love you. So that's what I want to say before we even get into this.
And I just want to say thank you to the D.O.C. because I will admit there is no The Lust Podcast Show without the D.O.C. It's not just the boss lady. And so I also want to pause and just say thank you because he brings a humor and stuff that I can't match. Not with my little witty humor and things of that nature. I guess he brings the real. So yes. And I also want to just give a plug and shout out to those people who have seen us out in public. And I'm not gonna lie, I feel real good, but to be out in public somewhere, we were out of town actually, and someone came up to us and said that they had recognized us by voice and by hearing us talk and seeing us. And just really came and gave us some dabs. So that felt really good. So just
you ain't lying that they recognized the voice.
Yep.
And they came and said, "Are you guys the people with the podcast?"
Yep.
That was pretty cool feeling. We were out of town.
Yep.
Twice when that happened on 2 separate occasions.
Yeah. So that's good. And for me,
the little things, the small wins.
Yes, this is just a stepping stone to more things to come. So that's all I'll put out there and leave it at that. Going to our 3-course meal, we got our appetizer first. So first thing. And we're going to talk about this briefly. 2 quick things. First thing, and I already know what the D.O.C. going to say when he look at me when I say this, but Beyonce halftime performance. Do you think the performance was purposely set up to take away attention from what Jay-Z is going through with his legal affairs?
No. That those performances are planned out. Contracts are signed probably a year in advance.
Okay.
I know how the internet. I used to be in the entertainment, but at a small level, I used to do concerts and things like that. So you book your talent months in advance. The production that has to be developed and produced and created, that's done months in advance. The choreography is done months in advance. So
well, you know your theories. You know some of your conspiracy theories are already like,
man, them niggas. A lot of them niggas are dumb niggas, man.
This is to take away from Jay-Z and what he got going on and all this and all this. What do you think about
that's the reason why they overall? I think that's the reason why they launched the actual lawsuit, because they had all of the public on them folks because of the halftime. So this was a great way to garner attention to that. So that's why they did the lawsuit. But all that conspiracy shit to take away, man, niggas is dumb, bro.
Well, I would say this. Beyonce always looks nice. No matter what performance she gives, she always is very nice and everything. Overall, it's a Beyonce performance. I'm
not a country music fan.
I'm not a hater.
I watched it
like that, but it was cool.
I didn't watch it live.
It was cool.
But I went and watched it, and
I like the fact that her daughter came out with her and did some stuff with her. I did like that. I did, but that's.
Hey, I ain't hating them. Yeah. She ain't got no talent. She can't dance, but hey, I ain't hating.
Hey.
Blue Ivy ain't got a motherfucking rhythm soul in her body, man. Y'all niggas better stop playing. Her ass look comment. She ain't got no rhythm. No she damn sure ain't her mama.
Next hot topic.
Y'all niggas know I ain't lying.
Drone usage. Drone usage is something that has really changed. And so I had read a recent story about a little boy who was sent to the ICU because of a drone.
What you mean?
They were at some type of drone show, some drone holiday show in Florida, and somehow the drone fell out of the sky, lost control, whatever, and it fell into his chest, and it caused serious damage. So they are postponing a lot of other drone shows because of this. But in general, drone usage in 2024, how you feel about drones? Like, do you like them? You don't like them? Would you buy one? Would you use one? Do you have one? Do you use one?
No, I don't have a drone. I don't have a need for a drone. I'm not trying.
If somebody gave you one, would you accept it as a gift?
Yeah, just to see. But I don't need it to do surveillance and spy on people. I can see what the purposes of it for. But the drone was developed for military purposes, and now it's being used for civilian purposes, and it can be used for bad things. Just like GPS was used for military. And now niggas use GPS to stalk their motherfucking girlfriend. So,
and girls stalk their boyfriend.
And I know for a fact, Lil Rob talked about it on the episode ago, how they were using drones to bring contraband into the prison. So drones, I think if a nigga's getting a drone, a nigga's getting a drone for nefarious purposes. They not doing it just because they want to take pictures for the motherfucking sky and shit like that. They doing it because they want to spy on their neighbor.
Perverted.
Whatever the fuck they want to do, there's some bullshit behind it. Why the fuck do you need a drone?
And I ain't gonna lie, I was curious about a drone.
They got drones that can drop bombs and shit now.
Just because it look fun. It look fun on TV. They actually have a drone that has a camera and you can...
And you do what? You got the motherfucker, you see him from the sky and it's doing what?
You just get a better view of something.
A better view of what?
I don't need one, and I'm not gonna use one. I'm just
climb
saying
a motherfucking tree if you want a better view.
Who the fuck gonna be climbing trees?
Man, y'all niggas get exercise.
You about to climb a tree?
Cause I'm not fucking.
What
with
if you was trying to watch your neighbor because you thought your neighbor was selling drugs?
Why the fuck would I want to watch my neighbor? Why the fuck do I give a fuck he's selling dope? Mind your business. I don't give a fuck what them niggas doing over there.
This is why I can't have hypothetical conversations.
No, mind your. What the fuck you gonna do? So he see you. You see he got the drugs, and what you gonna do? Call police? Man, y'all niggas
use your drone to get evidence now. I'm just playing.
Surveillance, recording people, that's illegal.
Yeah, it's admissible in court. I know.
So what are you talking about, bro?
I'm not. You coming at me like I'm the one.
You know that's what baby mamas and women will use the drone to follow and track niggas all through the city and shit. I seen you over there at the motherfucker. Why was you at Roscoe's for 15 minutes? I thought you said you was going over here.
You know what? Hey, you get your surveillance how you get it. That's all I can say.
That's what you motherfuckers are using for to follow a nigga. The fuck?
Anyway, in the comments, just let us know if you feel drones. You think they are useful?
No.
We should be using them, should not be using them, or who should be using them and not be using them. All right? Now to our entree. Drum roll. Doing my little drum roll. Because we are pretty much at the end of 2024. This year has went by so fast. This is titled 2024 WTH. What a year. This episode is a year in review. Just going over this last year in no particular order, no particular rhyme, reason, anything like that. But before we get in, I want to ask you two quick questions.
Yeah.
First question is, what's one thing that you want to get rid of? As we're going into 2025, what is something that you want to get rid of? Just quickly, just something that you're like, man, we need to get rid of that next year.
Get rid of that. Mm-hmm. Get rid of the use of the word narcissism. That's an overused word. Ooh. I think they just say niggas think they sound smart. I'm narcissistic.
I have one.
So you got narcissism. I think they need to get rid of those sweaters with all the buttons and shit that niggas be wearing.
I still like the sweater.
That shit's dumb, man.
I told you to wear a sweater the other day. You like they play it out.
That shit too busy with all them goddamn buttons and all that shit. It's just too much going on. They need to get rid of that. That shit playing out.
Sweaters in the
no, just them type of sweaters and shit. You know what I'm talking about.
All right.
They need to get rid of that. I just said
one thing.
Oh, one thing?
I just said give me one thing that you would get rid of in 2025. You can give me another one, though. You can give me one more.
I mean, go ahead.
No, you gave me two. Give me one more.
I can't think of it right now. Completely ban Reggie. Niggas is still smoking Reggie.
This dude is smoking Reggie. I'm gonna tell you one thing from a female. I'm gonna tell you something from a female standpoint that I really hope they get rid of, and that is this this idea or this sense that there is, and it does exist, but it is not every person. This concept of extreme feminism. That is something that I really want people to put kind of like in their back pocket. Just because you are a strong female or that you are a female that advocates for a lot of people or vice versa, that does not mean that all of your views are feminist. Just because you believe that a woman has strength or power in some situations and things does not mean that you are extreme feminist. Does not mean that you hate men and all this. So that is one thing that I hope we get rid of. Something else. Bruh. You know why? Because I see young couples. And the young couples, the dudes be like, bruh, to the girl, bro. Like,
yeah, I know.
Because we just slipped up and did it. We be like, what's up, bro? Yo.
I got it for my kid.
Yo, bro, like, bro.
They wouldn't call me bro, but that's the slang that they use.
So that is something that I've been like, yeah, you can get rid of that. You can get rid of that. What's something that you did learn this year that you feel like is something you can take into the next year?
Just once again, the importance of health and staying on top of that. That's what I learned from, and we're gonna talk a little about. Since we're talking about it, but I had 4 homies that was close. And one that was really, really close to me that lost their lives, and it wasn't to the streets. So shout out to T-Baby, shout out to Craig, shout out to A-Rock, shout out to Papoose. Now, one of those dudes died from nothing related to the streets. We all survived the streets growing up in the hood, however we did. And only thing I can say is not saying that they didn't put it at the forefront. Just make sure that you monitor your health, man. Stay on top of it. Get your annual test. Do whatever it is that you have to do. Follow the doctor's orders. Do what you have to do. Eat right. Get your sleep. Stay on top of that shit, man. So, because if we lost, none of these dudes are 50 years old. None of them are 50 years old. And, for their various different reasons. But stay on top of your health, man. That's one thing that I learned. Yeah. And not to be, be morbid or nothing, but that's important. Yeah.
And just RIP to all those people. Just as he went ahead and jumped into that, I just say RIP to all those people, and I'll leave it at that. But something that I learned in 2024 that I'm going to continue to take in 2025 is two things. One, the ability to start saying no. Just start saying no to motherfuckers. I'm sorry. And I ain't even trying to sound rude about it, nothing like that. But I've just really learned that you have to really start drawing lines to some things, some situations, some people. And sometimes, like, before I used to be one of the type of people, I would always try to say yes because I want to please everybody and all that. Something I learned in 2024, fuck that. No, I don't. I don't. And I'm not just going to do it just because you are who you are. Especially when a lot of shit is not reciprocated. So it's like I'm always granting favors to people and things of that nature, but it's not reciprocated back to me. And so it's like, I'm not gonna lie. And I'm taking this into 2025. It's gonna be a lot more people that's gonna hear no coming out of my mouth.
These expectations you talk about.
Yeah, like Boosie said in his video, like, people have these high expectations, different things like that. And for me, learning to say no is one of those things that I will be taking into 2025.
The other thing I learned is don't allow yourself to be put in a box.
Yeah.
I know we've been having a great time, relationship wise. Just trying new things, doing different things, traveling, meeting new people, and those sort of things. And that's been a great thing. Mm-hmm. So don't live yourself in the box. Live yourself how you want to fucking live it.
Yes. You don't have to follow anybody else's standards.
Live it how you want to fucking live it. You don't want to make the rules. You don't want to gotta live
I always say, write your own story. Mm-hmm. Write your own story. You don't have to allow somebody else to write your story. Write your own story. And for us, whatever we feel like we're gonna do and we're learning, we're gonna do it because we're writing our own story.
So don't be afraid to make mistakes along the way because you're gonna make mistakes. Every decision ain't gonna be soundproof.
Exactly.
But as long as you learn from it, you learn from them lessons.
Exactly. Oh, one other thing I learned in 2024 that I think is very, very important. I think a lot of people are in this position is that you also have to learn that with jobs and things of that nature. I think one of the most liberating things that you can learn about yourself is that, yes, as much as we need employment and you need the money to pay your bills and all that, but sometimes you also have to make certain decisions about certain things in your professional career. And I think you also have to be very firm, I think, with that as well, not just in your personal life, but also in your professional life. And that's something that I learned it in 2024, and I will be also taking that into 2025.
Yeah, I say don't be a slave to the game.
Yeah.
I had a major job that I took, a major promotion that I took with a major university. Cool. And so at the same time, at my other job, I wasn't slave to the game. You take a risk on yourself and you bet on yourself. And it was a major career move, and I'm getting it, and it's working out great. So loving that situation or what have you.
Started a new job as well.
No doubt.
This year. I think we both started new jobs and stuff. So yeah, but the whole point of
never be complacent.
Yes, the whole point of that is that you never have to feel like you gotta be locked into a job, so like you gotta die with that job. No,
I don't see how people. I know why some people do it, but for pensions and things, 401ks. But I ain't gonna lie, it's hard for me to be at a job where I was in the same position or in the same sort of thing and I'm not making no upward movement. So besides getting whatever bullshit 3 to 5% merit raise that they give, man, fuck that shit. I know my worth.
You ain't doing that.
I know my worth, and that's the reason why I left the other job and got something that's like 20 times better not only in salary, but also in just position and authority and impact. That's the most important thing. Like, I have real fucking impact. I got to get to decide to set and make policy. That's fucking amazing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To be at that level in the game or what have you. So it's just, that's what I'm talking about. And so you got to know your worth and don't get complacent with shit, man. And never stop looking for jobs, man. Always, yeah. even if you don't plan on leaving, just go out there and see what you're worth. You never know.
Yeah, it's okay to look. I always tell people it is okay to look for a job in your current job.
And people stay in bullshit jobs just because the job is only 15 minutes from their house. That's stupid shit like that, man.
Because you may get allowed to do certain things that really don't add any monetary value or anything. You just get to
those little perks. Yeah, man, fuck that shit.
But you have to think about it. Think about the amount of stress that it may cause you or whatever the case may be, and just be wise about it. So year 2024, we talking about everything 2024, success.
No doubt.
Not only did we have started new jobs and new just stepping stones in our lives, our kids. So I want to pause for a second to even highlight that, because they both had some very interesting things happen to them this year. And I'm just going to kick off with one, and that was Jalil's graduating from college. Graduating from Indiana University, Bloomington. And I know for you as a black man, having a black son that graduated, that was something that you can't put a monetary value on. That is one of those priceless moments, experience. And that was huge for us in 2024 as a unit.
I mean, like I said before, just to have the fact that it wasn't a one and done, as I say, with myself and you, that we were able to keep it going with the next college. Now, hopefully, he's blessed to have children, and they can keep it going as well.
Exactly.
Not only go to college, but finish. That's the whole key.
Yep.
Getting in, you can get in.
But it's hard to complete.
It's hard.
I would say that it's hard.
It is.
Even when I was in college, I had a moment
in 4 years
that I thought about it.
So
dropping
especially
out.
with a lot of the different things, the way college is set up now.
Yes.
So I applaud, I said, I applaud Jalil
for finishing
in
4 years
and doing what he needs to do
in 4 years. Because that's good. And then moving on to Miss Layla, who has managed to make the dean's list every semester. Made it this semester, and then the past semester of that. She also just came back from Puerto Rico. ISU weekend. She was recognized for academic awards. What else with the kids? Am I missing anything with the kids?
No. I mean,
Layla got a car.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. Yeah. I mean, I don't expect nothing else.
Exactly. But just the same as, just as much as we relish in our own success, we relish in the kids' success, and we push
set expectations, provide resources and support and assistance and guidance along the way. And you move out the way and you allow the kid to do what they need to do. They're going to make mistakes, and your job is to assist and support.
Advise. As I tell my kids, I'm here to advise.
I don't advise. I assist and support.
That too, but you also giving them advice. You do advise them. Yeah, you do. You don't realize you do, but you do.
No.
So events. Let's talk about things that we have done in 2024. And since we was already talking about the kids, I'm just going to kick off with this one with the kids. Well, at least with Layla, and that was Summerfest. Summerfest, going there with her, seeing Key Glock. That was a highlight for 2024 for me. But I'm going to roll it back, and I'm going to go back to the beginning of the year, and I'm going to just start with your birthday. Vegas. Super Bowl. Epic.
So, yeah.
That's how we kicked off our 2024.
Yeah, that's what I want. We went out to Vegas for the Super Bowl, and we had a motherfucking blast, you know what I'm saying?
Dope experience.
Yeah, that shit was dope as hell. From the moment we got there to the moment we left.
Yeah, especially to see how they turn the town into.
Yeah, I mean, Vegas is set up for something like that. Perfect. The weather was straight. Everything was straight, man. The parties. It wasn't super expensive like people thought it was gonna be.
No, it was affordable.
The crowds, we were able to navigate the crowds and the traffic.
Yep.
We had a good time.
It was not impossible. I know a lot of people when we first announced that we were going to Vegas, a lot of people was like, "Oh my God, y'all going to Vegas for Super Bowl? Y'all ain't gonna be able to drive, and y'all ain't gonna be able to get in."
And
y'all not gonna be able to go
we had got our
anywhere.
Airbnb a year in advance, so we got it before they all skyrocketed. So we had the Airbnb at a really great price before it be tripled for the same thing. We had a dope ass Airbnb.
Right.
The minutes from the strip.
Yep. Had cousin Gree there.
Yeah,
our tour guide.
And we were able to move around, navigate.
Exactly.
So we had a real great experience. We went with our my homeboy JB and his wife.
Yeah, so we had a good time.
We had a good time when we was out there. We partied,
got to cook at the Airbnb. It was great. I would love to do it again. I would love to do a repeat.
Kicked it at Drea's. That was real dope experience.
That was the highlight for me. That was the highlight of the trip, going to Drea's. We had always saying we wanted to see like a huge concert at Drea's to get that.
Yeah, that was dope, especially for Super Bowl weekend. It was who was it? Meek Mill?
It was
Glorilla.
Fabulous, Meek Mill, Glorilla.
Yeah, but Meek Mill was the main dude.
He was, but he bought out Glorilla, Fabulous, and a couple other artists too. Yeah, so it was a pretty good show. Yeah. So then you start off with that, then go right into All-Star Weekend.
2 days later.
So All-Star Weekend, next weekend, I was in Nap.
So we just drove to that. So that was dope. That was dope. Even though it was in the middle of a motherfucking snowstorm blizzard. But we smart. We saw the shit coming.
And we left early.
So we left early. So we was in Nap before the motherfucking blizzard got there. So we was already set up. We didn't play no games with that shit, man.
Yeah. One thing we don't play when we travel is the weather.
Well, I don't play with Indiana Department of Transportation. They fucking suck.
Yeah,
so,
I does. So.
Yeah, so I didn't even play with them niggas. Yeah. We was already in Nap before the motherfucker.
A time was had.
Oh, yes, it was.
You get through the snow. A time was had.
We met so many celebrities on, man.
Yes. And I ain't gonna lie. For some reason, it's weird because you can go out of town and you can party so much better than you can when you back at home. Yeah. Because we really kicked it. The parties we went to.
We went to everything for the NBA. The All-Star, the dunk contest, 3-point.
That was cool to see that.
The Friday night shit, the party.
That was cool.
Yeah, we went to everything.
That was really,
that shit was dope. The parties. It was a dope experience. It was a really dope experience. The homie Maine, them niggas from Gary had a day party down there with Finesse 2 times.
That was dope.
So that was dope. So niggas in Gary had their own thing down there now. Yes. So it was dope. It was a real dope experience.
Yes. It was dope. Even though our Finesse D was just kind of standing there and smoking weed, but it was still dope. Because DJ K-Season had to jump in, so it was still the shit. So shout out to Maine and Gabby on that note. Next thing we went to, something that we had never been to, the Exotica.
Yeah.
Exotica. Can you put a little light on what that is?
So y'all want to get more details? Go and check out some of our earlier episodes when we went to the Exotica. Yes. We got some video shorts where we went to some of the seminars, interviewed some of the young ladies, the cam girls. Yes, so we got a whole bunch of behind the scenes stuff. Yes. But it was a great experience. Yes, I advise everybody to go to it. It's not what you think. Well,
it's not orgies.
I don't know what people think. They walk around niggas, regular people. If you a dude, or I put this, if you into women, this is the place to go. Yeah. Because on Fridays when we went, it's ladies' night, so women get in free. Yep. So it was women everywhere, all types of
hella women,
just all types of booths, just all types of ways, just to show you how to just the adult entertainment industry works. It wasn't about porno industry. Yeah. That was just one segment of it. It was just a whole bunch of other really interesting stuff.
A lot of this stuff.
Man, you'll be amazed at the things that you can monetize that have nothing to do with showing sex. Yes. It was niggas out there. I met a dude from Atlanta who was selling all of the beer oil and the beer products.
Shout out to
Respect the Roots.
Yes, because he still uses it. Yeah. And women tell him
they love it. So all the shit I guess they use in the pornos. I don't know. Niggas smell
women always be trying to smell his beer.
So they always be trying to smell the beer. Yes. So that shit. Yes. So it was a really great experience. Yes, I would advise you to go. Yes, it comes every year to Chicago. They rotate it throughout the country, in like places like Miami, Atlanta, places like that. We're going to go to it again whenever they have it
next year.
Up this way. And that's it. But it was cool.
My thing was, and this is the thing, you really find out how truly liberated women are with their sexuality.
Yeah. Because it's number women.
It was so many women.
Tons of black women. Half of the people there were probably black women.
Yeah. And it was so many women willing to volunteer for things. Like volunteer to get burned
all the BDSM
yes,
stuff.
like with candles
The
and whips and
wax.
Yeah, spent around and this and this. So it was just really good to see.
Shock.
Yes, it was just really good to see a lot of women. So yeah, that was a really dope show. Something else that was dope that failed to mention earlier, the cannabis convention. We went to a cannabis convention in 2024 where we not just this is just like it ain't what you think. Like you say, you go there and you just around. We know you learn how to grow the dirt. And it's not just for that. You can utilize these skills for gardening and everything else. So that was dope too.
Yeah, you learn about the cultivation as well as the business side.
Yes.
The ancillary businesses that go into it that are non-plant touching. And things like that. Yeah.
For me, 2024, couple other dope things. Concerts. I'm not gonna lie. One of the highlights of this year's concert, and because man, we seen October London, we seen her, we seen Too Short. Oh my God, Maxwell. But I'm really gonna say Usher.
Yeah.
As much as I love Maxwell, as much as I love Jasmine Sullivan, as much as I love Erykah Badu, we did see Erykah Badu. She was dope. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, it was Usher. Yeah. And I don't know if it was and it wasn't even because of the sexual stuff with the cherries and all that. It was just because it was like non-stop entertainment. I love roller skating. You know it's because
you like the motherfucking cherries.
No. No. I ain't gonna lie, I like the stripper set. I like the stripper set that he had. So and no, I like the stripper sets that he had in the middle of the show, and I love the roller skating. I ain't gonna lie,
it was a great show. It was from non-stop to finish. The set was amazing because who knew
he was quick.
He popped. Well, we were seeing that he popped out right in front of us.
Quick with the changes.
Yeah, so it was real. It was a great show. It was worth the money, and it was for your birthday.
Yes, but Erykah Badu was a good show too. I ain't gonna lie, her energy, the way her energy just flows in that room.
It was the lights and all that, the psychedelic lights.
Yeah, I can see why dudes be like trippy over her. Like,
she was fucking she was mesmerizing. You know, people say beautiful, gorgeous. No, she was mesmerizing.
Yeah, she was.
A nigga was like this, dick hard as hell.
Nah, I can't say my dick wasn't hard as hell.
I'm just saying, man. Black women look good, man. Y'all look good at y'all late 40s, man. I'm just saying, y'all out there doing it, man. I love it, man. I see why D.O.C. comment.
Oh, God.
Andre, man, them niggas, man.
He said she had him. She had him, boy. Okay, let's talk about some places we visited. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm just gonna start with my favorite, DR. That was most recent. I'm not gonna lie, I still kind of had the tan from DR. It may have been gone away by now, but it's just something about going there. The fruit, the food, the people, the sun.
You got the shits at the end.
I did. You know what? So full transparency, yes. When I was in the DR, my last night, what started as a stomach ache ended up going into food poisoning.
You don't have to get into the whole thing.
So I'm just saying it was food poisoning. So it is what it is. But yeah, up until that point, I love the DR. And I still do love the DR. I ain't gonna blame DR for what happened to me.
Well, my favorite trip was to Toronto. Was the 20th anniversary.
That was next.
So that was my favorite trip. You know, I put 20 years of the game. I want to celebrate that. You know what I'm saying? She said the DR. That just shows y'all, man, what's important.
No, it's not even about importance. I'm talking about because DR, it was just sun, and it came at a time when we really needed it. The whole DR trip, timing of the DR trip.
Oh, it was right after that fucking election.
Yes. I always love our anniversary trips, and especially
Toronto was cool because we flew in and we drove and all that, so we got to see a whole different.
We didn't get no tickets in DR. We didn't get our car towed in DR.
Yeah, but I mean, you couldn't understand the motherfucking Canadian street sign.
We didn't get our car towed in DR like we did in Canada.
That shit was crazy. I had fun in Canada though.
I did too.
We kicked it in Canada.
I could see myself having dual citizenship and living there. I could. I really could because it was really dope. Like, and it's cool because I like their style.
Super safe.
There's like really no style in there, so whatever style you have just stands out. Because people was like, "Oh, y'all drip is lit and all this other type of crazy stuff." Yeah, they were admiring our style like every time we went out. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Nashville, you like Nashville?
Fucking love Nashville.
I would definitely go back. I want to go back.
And Nashville was a cool ass city.
I want to go back to Nashville.
Yeah, Nashville
your birthday cool,
weekend. And we went out there and did the distillery tour. Had an opportunity to do the Uncle Near. So if you do one thing and you go to Nashville, obviously gonna go on Broadway, and hang out, but also do the Uncle Nearest tour.
Yeah.
You learn that Uncle Nearest is the guy, the enslaved African, who created motherfucking whiskey. Am I lying? The Lincoln County method.
No.
Using
Every
African
time
West
we say
African.
Nashville, he tell this story.
Yeah, man, it's a big deal now. It's owned by his great granddaughter, some shit like that. And they billionaires now. They finally got the best whiskey. I actually got a bottle of it over there. I should bring it, but I got a bottle of it. It's like $200 a bottle, master blend. You can only get it at the distillery. So we're gonna actually crack that shit later on in less than 24 hours for the New Year's.
He's gonna crack that shit. I don't drink that.
That shit's no joke.
I don't drink
It's like
brown.
100 and what?
27 proof. I don't know, but I don't drink.
Crazy.
I don't drink all that. You give me my vodka, my tequila, I'm straight. I'm cool.
Yeah, but that was cool, man. Was cool. Nashville, we went down there for the holidays.
Yeah, it's my girl's birthday.
Yeah, for her birthday.
We celebrated. So Shout out Miss Toya. It was cool.
There's some beautiful
fun.
people down
there. Yes. Very fun.
Yeah.
Something else, 2024. Solar eclipse. Now, this is very minor, but it was a big deal getting up to the solar eclipse. I was actually at work, so I got to look at the little... I got to look at it through, I actually got pictures on my phone. I was able to look through the thing with my phone and take pictures.
Our kids, because of where they were at, they were in the total eclipse, so they got to see the full
everything.
Thing. So they got to see the whole 100%.
We
got like 93. Yeah, we got like 93.
Yeah, their pictures were different.
But I just remember all the conspiracy niggas saying that the world's gonna end. And all. My thing is this, motherfuckers. Just to let motherfuckers know, eclipse happen all throughout the year. The total solar eclipse, only happens certain times, but it only in the United States. It's happening in other places, so it's a common fucking astrological phenomenon. So I don't get people that be acting all weird with it. Now, do shit change and affect it? Yeah, as far as the wind shifting and all that, because you felt it get dark, you felt the wind shift and all that. The birds start going crazy, the insects, because it got dark in the middle of the day. Yeah, all that shit did happen. The tides changed. Yeah, that's gonna happen. But all this, they saying that the government made the solar eclipse and niggas saying that the moon is fake.
Nonetheless, it happened. We saw it moved on. So it was just like...
Hey, these are always niggas that ain't never graduated past
we said we was going to do... we did it before, but we really need to go in detail. We said we was going to have an episode on just the dumbest conspiracy theory.
I done asked some of my niggas that are like conspiracy folks, and they won't debate me. Like, it's niggas that said, like...
The 5G towers were causing cancer.
No, I got something better than that. Of
course, the COVID charting.
No, first they say that the Earth is flat. All right.
No, we heard somebody.
No, but this is the one that I get. That the reason why we have Wi-Fi is because the aliens traded the Wi-Fi. They sold us Wi-Fi in exchange for gold and these other minerals that we got that they need. and the U.S. government, all the governments got together and sat down, and they gave us Wi-Fi and traded Wi-Fi
for gold.
And man, I can't make this shit up. I can't make this shit up, man.
You keep that one to yourself.
No. I didn't say this. This is what the niggas tell me.
I'm saying you don't repeat that.
It ain't believe. Niggas believe this shit.
Man, I'm telling you, back to back.
We got Wi-Fi from aliens.
Oh my god! So we may have to have an episode.
I'm just telling you,
just about conspiracy theories, because these conspiracy theories we keep hearing are just amazing. So going back to 2024, what a year! One event for me that really was just totally dope. And I don't know if I can say the title of it, but I can give a description of the event. And it was a Halloween weekend party. So it was literally a party that lasted from a Friday to a Sunday, and it was all themed for Halloween. And each day had its separate events, and each day had a different things. But it was literally a 3-day party from Friday afternoon to Sunday night, and we participated in that, and it was motherfucking dope. I ain't gonna even lie.
Yeah,
it was dope. And you know why it was dope? Because it was dope to see that Black people, and I hate to sound like this, but it was dope to see Black people that were able to just take over a whole establishment and be able to do whatever the hell they want.
Money.
Yeah. So it was pretty dope. And it was dope to participate in that and to network.
They had a Halloween party.
Had a Halloween party that was dope. A football game because it was nice the weekend. It was a lot of events.
Pool party.
The group who put it on was a very enjoyable group. Shout out to them. And so it's just been dope. Yeah, you got any feedback on that weekend? Because it was just fucking dope.
It was just a great weekend.
It was just a great weekend.
Met some amazing people.
It really was. Yeah. Party. That was the first time I ever seen a hotel floor be turned into like a full dance, like a full club. A full hotel floor club. Not one incident, no fights, no nothing. Just mellow, good energy people. Yeah. Loved it. So that was another highlight of this year. I'm sorry, I was about to say something as I'm thinking and laughing all at the same time. Just overall, we've met a lot of great people.
No doubt.
Not even going all the way back to January, but even just going back to like April, May, this summer, like the beginning of this summer, we kind of stepped out of our own box and said, you know what, we just gonna have fun and we're gonna meet people and we're gonna enjoy life, and that's what we did. Shit. We don't snitch over here. We don't tell on ourselves. So
you are dress snitching.
Anyway,
you don't even know how to talk, G.
Anyway. So yeah. So overall, this year in 2024, if you had to summarize it in one sentence, how would you summarize 2024 in one sentence? If you could, one thought, one last thing before we go into fair foul.
2024 was a great example of the journey of life. How you have peaks and valleys. You know, started off good, then there was a low point. You know, like I said, with the unfortunate loss of some of the homies, including Uncle Pete. We lost him during the year as well. That's my cousin.
My Uncle Brian. I forgot about Uncle Brian.
My uncle, cousin. My cousin's father. We lost Uncle Pete, like I said. But then, you know, I got a new job. Like I said, we've been traveling, meeting new people, partying, enjoying this empty nester situation.
Right. Enjoying dating again.
And so, it's been cool. So thus far now, everything has been cool.
Cool.
The show has been great. This is the 35th episode. You know, when I went in this, I thought maybe we would get 10 episodes. You know, now we're at
I don't know how I feel about that.
No, I'm just keeping it real. And one thing we need to talk about is the people think it's all good. At one point, we had shut it down. At one point, we didn't do shit for almost like a month, I think. She had got mad at me because she felt that I wasn't putting in the work on the administrative side. But like I said, when I went into this was a hobby. And you always know me, hobbies don't pay no bills. And so my situation was, and I always tell people, when you go into business with people,
you need to know.
Hold on, let me finish. Make sure you clear with setting expectations.
Yes.
Make sure you set expectations. You talk about
even when you think
roles. You may know roles, but even with roles come expectations. I may be a man of the house. She may be the woman of the house. But you still need to talk about expectations of what that means.
Yeah.
And so, and that means different things for different people.
Okay.
And so that's one thing. But yeah, man. So, but once again, we didn't falter because we trusted the process. We knew what we were trying to accomplish. And this is one thing. Even when you playing sports and things like that, you're not going to always win every game. You're going to have situations where you lose. And then you come back and you regroup. And then you prepare and you go out for the next motherfucking contest so that you can win. And that's what we did. So we got past all that shit. And here we are. But I would say it was a full of peaks and valleys. But ultimately, that's the way life is. And you trust your process. And I'm enjoying it thus far.
Well, I would say if I can put that in one sentence.
That's what I did.
I would say never be afraid of evolution. I think at any age, I just think don't run away from evolution of yourself. Just understanding yourself, relearning yourself, and don't be afraid of change. I think for 2024, the biggest thing is learning how to change. Be adaptable, be flexible. Because if you just black and white and you have no gray area, you will not make it. You definitely have to be able to be flexible and adaptable. And I think that's one of the biggest things that I learned. So with that being said, that wraps up the entree. We have dessert. Fair or foul. So really quickly, y'all know how fair and foul go. I'll give you a thing. If you like it, fair. If not, it's foul. How about New Year's resolutions? Fair or foul?
I've never done them. I just always practice health and wealth.
So that's foul.
So no, I just don't do them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't
think they're foul, but I just don't do them.
I don't think they're foul either, but I think some people hold them too much to heart. Like some people are like, oh, I can't start my resolution to the 1st. Or they put so much into the resolution that it ends up failing.
I'm not fucking with these people. I'm only having positive energy going on.
But some people don't be realistic with their resolutions either.
Exactly.
You got to be very realistic with that shit.
I would say resolutions should be reasonable and attainable.
Because this the thing, people have these resolutions, and by February 1st, they're going out the window already.
Yeah, so if you don't write them down, you're going to forget.
Right. How about this? Dating an ex in the new year. Or even just dating your ex more than one. Dating an ex. Like if you have a person who's an ex, like an ex-girlfriend, ex-boyfriend, would you date that? Would you date that ex again?
I've never done that.
I say foul too, but I know a lot of people that have ended up going back to an ex. Like I even know a couple who got back together and they actually got married. Like 10 years later, got back together and they actually got married, and they were ex. They were a couple.
And so that one and the other 99 didn't.
Oh, I ain't saying it works. I'm just saying.
Say you did, G. I'm just saying.
How about staying friends with people in life and on social media that you're inactive with? Like these are your friends, but y'all really not active in real life. Y'all really not active on social media. Like,
so what you saying? What is the question?
Staying friends in life on social media with inactive friends. Is that fair or foul? Would you stay with a friend?
Would you?
Would you stay being friends? I think it depends on the person. But I do think that another reason this question came up because
that's definitely a female question because that's just
because I've been seeing this last week. I've been seeing a lot of people talking about how they were going to go through this purging of cleaning out their contacts on their phone, cleaning out their friend list on social media, cleaning out these different lists of people who, when people are not still there, and you see this every year in December. You see the let me clean my list. Let me delete. Do you go through a phase like that at the end of the year?
Nobody.
I ain't talking about blocking what I'm saying. At the end of the year, do you go through any type of purging?
No. I don't have time.
Okay.
It's a waste of time. My time is crucial, and I'm a goal-oriented person, and I don't see what goal is that accomplishing to help me move the needle forward by wasting my time going through my social media contacts.
But you have, because you told me. You be like, I done deleted people off my friends list. No, I'm
talking about people that you don't know. Like, these are, like, when you were just adding people, but I don't sit down and, like, that's what I'm talking about. I'm just like, when you just when you first got on Facebook and you were randomly just, I call it the social media promiscuity, being promiscuous, you just accepting anybody. But no, I can't tell you last time I went. I only got like 600-700 people probably on my thing.
How about re-gifting Christmas presents? Is that fair or foul?
That's foul.
Foul. How about returning Christmas presents? without telling the person you returned it? Yep. Fair or foul?
It depends. I guess it depends on why you return. If the gift is too small or is it the wrong color.
I definitely say foul for regifting.
Foul for regifting, but returning, no. As long as you're not returning that motherfucker for some money or store credit. I know niggas that do that.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Yeah, you never know these days. Well, thank you, sir. Year in 2024. We're going to have New Year's coming up. What are your plans for New Year's?
We got a couple options. I'm going to bounce around to a couple different events that we've been invited to. So, we may hit up a couple of cigar lounge or two.
Okay.
My man, Control Freak, DJ KC's at Two Tone Productions. They got a party, New Year's Eve party.
Okay.
Then there's a party with DJ Ferris name in the city that we're going to. So
okay,
we're gonna be moving around the cabin, as they say.
okay.
Like
All I say is just be
enjoying
careful,
life.
be safe.
He said, whatever you do, be safe.
Yes.
You stay in the house, be safe.
Yes. Just be careful, be safe, be careful.
Yeah.
And with that being said, yes, I hope everybody had a very good 2024. Hope you have an even better 2025.
I appreciate you folks. Like I said, we've been 1 year into this thing. This is the 1 year anniversary episode. 35 episodes in. We over like 35,000 plus views. So it's just amazing. So I appreciate you folks. Continue to hit that like and subscribe button. And we're going to keep bringing y'all more content.
Subscribe.
We got the remaining, 10, 11 chapters of the Book of Game. So we're going to be doing that in season 4. We're going to come with a whole new set mock-up. So we got some new things in store for you people. So we appreciate you people. We love you. Shout out from the boss lady and the D.O.C. Peace.
Peace. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Subscribe. Share it. Tell a friend. Make them subscribe. Happy New Year.
Real shit on motherfucking YouTube. Right here.